What a spooky night of basketball we witnessed today.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
Tough game.
It was supposed to be a great EuroLeague watch party, you know. We're here reacting right after the game, after many games that we saw on Friday night. And there was supposed to be a lot of excitement, high-scoring games. We got close games.
The number one offensive rating team with the most points scored per game, Hapoel Tel Aviv coming in.
Olympiacos, one of the most beautiful playbooks in the EuroLeague, ball movements, off-ball movements, yada, yada.
Anything else to add?
And
Didn't really.
the game was in 50s until the last seconds of the game, basically. And I've checked some crazy stats. Hapoel in the second half, they scored 22 points now. No, 19 points.
19 points.
19 points in the second half. I checked that there were only 4 quarters in this EuroLeague season where Hapoel scored less than 19 points. 4 of 28 quarters.
Okay.
Including this game, that would be even more.
Yeah.
So that's how, and I'm talking about quarters, not halves.
Yeah,
So
I got you. They scored 4 points in the third quarter. That was one of the worst quarters that we've seen in terms of basketball. Of course, let's say defense
wins championships.
Defense
like
was,
this in Lithuania.
the
I thought
focus.
in Dallas, but okay.
But actually, this win, you can say, goes to defense for Olympiacos. Should we address the ending a little bit at
We
first?
I think that's why we're here, actually.
Because I don't know, man.
You understand what Panathinaikos fans have been saying for years now?
I don't know.
You brought it up, right?
You want to say
You
that to
brought
the front
that up.
camera? You want to say that to the front
Master
camera?
camera, please. Master camera.
Guys, master camera.
Yeah,
right?
master.
Yeah, only
When
master
a foul
camera.
is against Olympiacos, we look only on the master camera. When the foul is for Hapoel, we look all the cameras somehow, some way. Then
No, but basically,
was
that was 24 seconds left, and actually 28 seconds left, and Olympiacos inbounded the ball. Alec Peters was with the ball.
Yeah,
he got stripped by Vasilija Micic. The ball was not in anyone's hands, and Peters kind of just blocked Micic out of the way, didn't let him get the ball. That was a foul called, and there was no play at the ball or anything, and essentially we all agreed, this is an unsportsmanlike.
This might be it. Yeah, this
And
might
not
be
just
it.
us. I mean, if you look at all the Hapoel players, if you look at even Alec Peters, it seems like he's like,
I fucked up, man.
Yeah. And that meant, score was 60-58, 24 seconds left. That meant that Hapoel would have had the possession, would have shot the 2 free throws.
2 free throws and the possession.
So basically, you could tie the game and have not the last possession because only 14 seconds on the clock.
You can
But
decide the game.
Yeah.
anyways, right?
The game is in your hands, basically.
And then, I don't know, these refs look at the replay monitors. They look only at the wide shot. They don't look at any of these other angles where you can clearly see that, I don't know, in my eyes, Alec
We have
Peters-
questions, We have questions regarding this.
That's why I want to hear, maybe our referee consultant can give us an
Not
actual...
yet.
Not yet.
Hopefully, when we are recording this episode,
sleeping,
we
yes.
actually have a Todd's Give Me Control column on BasketNews.com website.
Right, but
Which
anyways,
is, by the way, available only to BN Plus numbers. So make sure to subscribe to BasketNews.com/plus.
Anyways, we thought that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. The refs call it just a regular foul after reviewing it for about a minute. And then...
Which means that Hapoel just gets the ball because Olympiacos was not in bonus. So you just have a
Olympiacos
possession.
gets the ball, or are
Hapoel
about
gets
to,
the ball.
Oh, sorry, Hapoel gets the ball to inbound, and then Vasa Micic is trying to get open, and he bumps Thomas Walkup a little bit, and Walkup sells it like he was shot from a sniper. In my eyes, I don't know. Me and Augustus thought that was a bit of a,
Ain't
acting.
gonna lie.
There's always some acting involved in those charges in most cases. So to me, it didn't differ too much from many others that I've seen.
Okay, no, I agree. It's
Vasa
not like
just tried
it's nothing
to-
special, but
I mean,
That was a
this
light
play,
contact.
I can handle that. But the previous
The
one?
previous was
Come
the
on,
problem.
man.
The
I'm
previous
not
was
sure.
the real problem.
I'm not sure. I'm
This
not
one
an
is just-
expert, but at least watch the freaking different replay from different cameras to be sure
more-
as a referee, as an expert.
It's more that it piled up. It's one after the other. That's the problem.
Because then there was another review.
Yeah.
That's
And
another problem.
then they go to look at the monitor.
All these cameras. Yeah. I
and
was
they
like, what
watch
the hell,
the
man?
master camera, the
Yeah.
other camera, and we are like, why the hell you did not do the same thing like when Hapoel stole the
But,
ball?
okay.
So
We shouldn't get hung up on this. In general, I think in a game where Olympiacos missed everything that they could, they really won this game through defense, and you could see it with the reactions they had after all these defensive plays. For me, what stuck in my mind was defensive play from Evan Fournier, I think in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter, where he got the steal. I think it was in the fourth quarter.
going on the ground?
Yeah,
that was in the end.
From a guy who has only 3 points in this game, 0 of 4 from the 2-point zone, 1 of 7 from the 3-point zone, you would think, that's a horrible game, but he gets like a crucial steal there. And then it's just the whole team was very, very energetic about all these hustle plays.
Yeah.
So, they won this through grit and grind, through this Olympiacos kind of way of, defensive mentality.
I want to shout out, defensive IQ by Thomas Walkup. In the NBA, we always have these nice segments, these analysis of how, let's say, Nikola Jokic's offensive IQ, Draymond Green defensive IQ. I haven't seen much of these in Europe, but that last steal, actually, that last charge that Walkup took was actually a really high IQ defensive moment by Thomas Walkup. Because what happened there? Usually, he's guarding Vasilija Micic, right? And he is staying near Vasilija Micic at the start of that possession. But he sees that Tyson Ward is guarding the inbounder. He tells Tyson Ward to go next to Micic, and Thomas will take the inbounder. Because he sees that Micic is about to receive a double screen and go up. So he can take Micic while he's going up, and Tyson Ward goes to take his man. That way, Vasilija Micic is not open because, he is face guarding him, and that is why Vasilija Micic, gets the offensive foul. So I thought that was just a great defensive IQ moment by Thomas Walkup, just once again, showing why he is the defensive player of the year in the EuroLeague.
And it's just incredible how you can impact the game just scoring 3 points in 24 minutes. Like these two, we just recall 2 crucial plays in the last minute of the game. And there were many other numerous plays where Thomas Walkup's defense or hustle until the end of the play, like just shooting a 3-point, making a 3-point attempt, getting the offensive rebound, basically diving for the ball and saving it for the team. We had many moments like that. So you can say that, okay, he was 1 of 4 with him on the floor. You're basically 4 against 5. With Fournier on the floor, you're basically 3 against 5. But still, making those huge plays just proves that, Thomas Walkup is a must on your team. He just makes winning plays.
To win a game when you're turning the ball over 16 times, when you're shooting the 3-pointer 22.6%, when you're one of your leaders is 1 of 7 from 3. I'm talking about Evan Fournier. The other leader, Sasha Vezenkov, only 1 from 4 from 3 as well. Your new leader, Tyler Dorsey, had, again, a decent game, but also not perfect and didn't play there, at the end, too many minutes. I think, you take the win. It's just, all these things you would look at on paper, you'd think this is the losing team and they managed to win this game.
Against the best team in the EuroLeague, by the way.
Against the best team,
They produced
right.
the best basketball so far up until this game.
I guess you could look now at on the other side as well. Vasa Micic had a very tough game again, where he shot, I think, 0 from 6 last game from 3. This game also started 0 from 6, had 2 clutch 3-pointers, which obviously brought them back in the game, and they could have won it, as we spoke about the end. But otherwise, this week has been a bit tough for Vasa Micic, but I would say okay for Hapoel.
And just to add about Olympiacos, there are only a couple of teams that actually display a solid basketball in October. But one thing is huge to get those wins, especially against huge teams like Hapoel. In the end of the season, it will count like crazy. But the other thing is that when things are not going your way, like with Evan Fournier, for instance, he's just having a horrible start of the season offensively. He's shooting 17%. He cannot find his rhythm. But when you win this way, and especially after these defensive stops, you could see that there's chemistry inside the team. Because sometimes when things are not going well, we have a sluggish start of the season, things are not clicking, body language, some habits, some stuff, some things are evident. And it just shows that things are not just not working, but there's like some chemistry issues. With Olympiacos, watching guys celebrating that way, Evan Fournier struggling offensively so much, but after the defensive stop, doing celebrations like Tariq Jones after blocking those shots. I mean, I think it tells something about the team. And just like Yorgos Barsogas told after the game, come on guys, it's just October. We're not the team built for being the best team in October. It's a long run, it's a long way. Let's just stick together. Let's get those wins, no matter what, no matter how. But we're going to produce better basketball in some months, especially with the absences that they have. So that's huge for them.
And I don't know if you mentioned Nikola Milutinov in these 10 minutes, but 27 minutes actually almost today on the court, 10 points, 13 rebounds, 3 steals, and he got 4 offensive rebounds. Meanwhile, Olympiacos got a total of 13. And in a game which was won by 4 points, in a game that ended by Olympiacos scoring 62 and winning, they got 13 second chance points, and the Hapoel got only 3. So I think that's huge. That's a 10-point difference on basically energy, just knowing where the rebound will go and then just hustling until the end. So it was all about the hustle basically for Olympiacos. And
what?
Nothing.
Did you know, guys, that Sasha Vezenkov and Milutinov, they are the 2 leaders in terms of rebounds in the EuroLeague?
The entire EuroLeague.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. 8.7 rebounds for Vezenkov and 7.6 for Milutinov this season so far.
Milutinov is huge for early season in Olympiacos. I mean, he kept them alive in so many games, actually.
Yeah.
So
just the presence, the size, and the
him,
rebounding.
Sasha, and Dorsey, this is the core of the team so far. And it's crazy when you think about the last season because Milutinov was basically 1 foot in Milan. I think that he already had Milan's jersey made for him. Tyler Dorsey, he was also in this stupid situation where he probably was also one way out of the team. Greek finals happened. They were so impactful. Somehow, some way they stayed, and now they're playing crucial role at this sluggish start of the season. By the way, you mentioned Milutinov, but I think that Dante Hall also had a huge second half defensively. Offensively, at some point, I think that he will break the basket constructor. I think it's inevitable. Really, it will happen during the season. Yeah. But he was really good. And although we said a lot of things about the refereeing, we didn't even mention the last foul, which it took this thought, and we also thought that it was close to a jump ball. When Olympiacos was up by 2. I mean, there were a lot of referee decisions that we didn't understand, we didn't like.
That went one way. That's, if they were horrible the whole game, the referees, I would be all right. But it's just when a lot of things go one way at the very end that kind of decide the game, that's when I'm like...
Although both teams deserve to win, and
So Giz, just for the record, can you answer looking at your camera?
Right.
EuroLeague Mafia is real now?
NBA Mafia is real, huh? Guys, everyone was sleeping on NBA Mafia.
Let's keep it right here.